You're listening to the Build Your Wealth podcast, episode number 24. Today I'm sharing my top 3 tips to starting your own business online, so stick around. Ugh, it's that time of day again. Time to get up and make someone else rich. Hi there and welcome to the Build Your Wealth podcast. I'm your host, Nicole Thompson. Over the years, I've taken the skills I've learned as a dedicated employee in multiple fields and turned it into a thriving 6-figure online business to create a wealth of my own. Now I'm here to teach you how to do the same thing. I share my successes and failures as an online business owner with you to help you avoid the pitfalls that can come with being an entrepreneur in the online space. It's my goal to help you achieve your success faster, adopt the right mindset for that success, and to show you how failing forward is all part of the process in building your wealth instead of someone else's. This is the Build Your Wealth podcast. Hey guys, thanks for joining me on another episode of the Build Your Wealth podcast. I'm your host, Nicole Thompson, and I really want to welcome you here today. Whether you're brand new to the show or if you're a regular listener, you picked a great episode to tune into today because today I'm sharing some awesome tips to help get you started building your own online business. Starting your own business takes guts. If you want to be successful, and let's face it, we'd all like that, you're going to need to step out of your comfort zone. Way out. For some people, fear isn't a big deal. Some of you have no problem putting yourself out there and getting front and center. But I'm guessing the majority of us, me included, had and have some big-time reservations with being in the spotlight. With an online business, you're going to need to be present in social media. You need to show up consistently and bring value to your audience with what you post and share. Nobody wants to go on Facebook or Instagram and see tons of advertisements or an entire feed of products to buy. And your friends don't want to constantly be sold to either. But not to worry. I'm not telling you this to scare you, but instead to let you know that there's absolutely a way to do this without alienating yourself on social media. By creating a Facebook business page, you can have this dedicated to where you post information about your business. You can then invite people from your friends list to join you on your business page, and if they're interested in seeing business stuff, they'll follow. If not, then you're not wasting your time trying to sell to an uninterested audience. The best way to grow your page following organically or without paid ads is to go live on your Facebook page at least once a week and share valuable information. Don't flood your feed with a ton of product pics either. Instead, use this platform to mention the great new product you've tried and how it's helped you. Try to completely avoid naming the product or sharing any photos of it. Show instead the results it gave you. People don't buy products, they buy results. So for example, say you're selling a great health shake. Don't post a pic of the shake or pics of you drinking it. Don't even post that you work as a distributor for that company. Instead, post a pic or statement that you can't believe the energy you have and how fast you dropped those 9 pounds, and say something like, "This stuff is amazing." And now post that. Pretty soon, you'll start to get people that are just dying to know what this stuff is and how they can get it too. That's what's called curiosity marketing. When someone comments on the post, then you take the conversation to private messaging. On a side note, don't post links to your sales page. Facebook hates when you take people away from spending time on Facebook unless you're using paid ads. And Instagram doesn't allow clickable links outside of paid ads unless you have 10,000 plus followers, except for the one link in your bio. And that's why you'll see posts that say, "See link in bio." The real money comes from the personal connections you'll make through private messaging. Okay, I could go into tons of detail here, but I want to be respectful of your time, so let's move on to tip number 2. So my second tip to starting your own online business is going to be determining your expertise. So what do I mean by this? All businesses are created on the premise of solving a problem, helping someone to get results. In order to have a successful business, you need to be actively involved in explaining to people how you're the one they want to buy from. People buy from companies they know, trust, and like. Think about the last time you bought something name brand. Do you have anything that you buy regularly, that you're really dedicated to that brand? What is it about that particular brand that's won your dedication? If it's an appliance company, maybe you consistently buy from them because that fridge you bought 5 years ago has been amazing. And the one time something broke, that company didn't waste a beat giving service to you. So by giving you a good, solid reason to come back, they've established brand loyalty. Maybe it's a certain brand of coffee you love. Sure, it can be for flavor, and I mean, I'm all about that. But maybe it's because they tout that their beans are organically grown, and they provide fair wages to underdeveloped countries, and they donate a portion of their proceeds to save the tigers in India. I mean, who knows? My point is this. If you like a company for what they represent, and you trust in the quality of the product, you're more likely to buy with that company over someone else. Now, as far as being a distributor for a network marketing company, or MLM, what you need to remember is you're selling the exact same products that thousands of other distributors are selling. So why should your audience buy from you instead of them? What is the unique user experience you can provide to them over someone else? The more value you can bring to them, the more likely they'll come to know, like, and trust you. Maybe you found the perfect skincare regimen to go along with the makeup products you sell. Or maybe you've created the most delicious recipes for healthy eating to go along with your fitness coaching. When you share these things with your audience, you're effectively building the know, trust, and like factor with them, and therefore increasing the likelihood of them buying through you instead of anyone else. When you become the face that they think of when they look for answers to their problems, you become the guide they need and will trust to buy from. So when you're trying to figure out what your special gift is, or your expertise, think about the questions that people tend to ask you the most. What do you love to do? Even if you could never make a dime doing it, what is it that you would do anyway because it's what lights you up? The more passionate you are with what you bring to your audience, the more they'll come to know, trust, and like you. And therefore, you'll be more likely to earn their business. Now, last but not least, here's tip number 3. And this one's all about mindset. Like I've said before, being an entrepreneur is not for the faint of heart. It's a lot of hard work in the beginning. You're going to have to put a lot of faith in yourself and trust that you can do it, even when it feels like you're talking to no one and you haven't made a single sale yet. Your consistency and heartfelt determination will get you there, I promise. But you have to put in the time. You've got to show up, you've got to put in the effort, regardless of how many people are watching at first. The best way to view this is like when you're planting a garden. The day you plant the seeds is not the day you pick the fruit. It takes time, patience, and constant tending. And it takes complete faith in that which you cannot see. Because the roots grow first under the ground before you even get a glimpse of what's to come. Your success lies entirely on your ability to believe in yourself first. And that's why having the right mindset is so critical to your success. The best way to keep your spirits up is to join groups on social media where other like-minded entrepreneurs hang out and join in the conversation. These groups are incredible because what you'll end up finding is an amazing group of people that support each other without wanting anything in return other than some moral support back from the group. And don't worry about anybody stealing your ideas or horning in on your clients. Because once you get into the right mindset, you'll soon realize there's more than enough for everyone to go around, and there's plenty of room at the top. Thank you so much for listening today. Please join me next week for another all-new episode of the Build Your Wealth podcast. I'll talk to you then. You've been listening to the Build Your Wealth podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure you don't miss an episode by subscribing to the show. I've included any links to specifics mentioned in the show notes section below so you can easily grab them there. I hope you'll consider leaving a review for me and let me know what you thought about the show, and if it helped you or resonated with you in some way, I'd love to hear about that too. Thanks again, and I'll see you over on the next episode. To your success.